Okay, guys, this is Mr. Shiny Gyarados welcoming you back to welcoming you back to Let's Play Fire Emblem 6. And in the last part, we started to storm the castle, and in this part, we're going to continue on storming the castle, and gonna hopefully be able to move on. I'm gonna move them back there so we can start, and let's just go. As I'm back, I know I actually, and surprisingly, even though it's just the next part for you guys, it didn't even take me that long to start to get back to this part. What I thought I had to do, you know, I'd planned for like potentially taking 2 hours, only took like 10 minutes. So that's why I'm back already. Or, at least for me, it's only been like half an hour. Because of the walk, I still have to do walking and stuff. But, it's not, it was fine. No problem with it. I'm gonna burn him, yeah, so I'm back, because, yeah, I had to, like, meet up with some people, and because we have homework in, one of the math classes, where it's group homework, so we sort of had to meet and compile and be like, okay, this is what I did for this problem. It didn't actually even take that long. So I'm back from that. I also find it funny that the one class that we have group homework in is a class that's pretty much all about things called groups in math, because, yeah, I'll say a tiny bit about that, but I don't want to like bore people with math on this, but groups are essentially just like a set of numbers that with an operation on them, and they have like 3 properties. So I won't explain one. If someone actually wants to know what it is, you could like PM me or something, and I'll tell you there. But I'll say the other 2 because they're really simple. It's basically every element in the set has to have an inverse, like in addition, on the real numbers, because that's a group under addition. It's like, oh hey, it's if you have a number a in the reals, then its inverse is negative a. You know, it's whatever makes. Yeah, it's pretty simple. And then the other one is every element has an what's called an identity, or not every group has what's called an identity. So like under addition on the reals, that would be 0, because you add anything to 0 and you get back whatever you started, whatever you added to it. So that's essentially just what that is. It's a pretty simple concept to understand for, I think. An element is called the identity. If whatever you add or multiply to it, or whatever you're doing, comes back gives you back the same thing that you multiplied with. So it's pretty simple. But now back to this. Storm in the castle. And we're going, okay. Maybe I'll talk about more stuff here in a second. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Okay. Hope I can get these archers. Okay. Because at least right now the archers can't do a whole lot. Okay. Haha, no damage, you stupid archer, yeah. Yeah. For those who don't know, I have a lot of math, especially this semester. So much math. So much math. Then again, I am a math major, so I guess I'm supposed to do math. When you think about it. But yeah, but that class is actually, I think, the easiest of my math classes, so it's good. Yet I'm still getting B's, at least B's and everything, because thank God that I had a test on Monday. This is currently when I'm recording, it's Friday, and this part probably gets up maybe Saturday, probably, I'd say, most likely. Not a bad time for it to get up, in my opinion, but yeah, so I had a test, and I got it back today, and well, to be fair, I don't think anyone finished all the problems on the test that he had, so there was that. But so then he also curved it because like no one got 100 because no one finished all the problems. Because it wasn't a bad test, just one of those tests that's like, I think you thought we yeah, no one had it wasn't a bad test, it was just one of those tests that if we had more time, probably wouldn't have been as bad. It was like extra 30 minutes and maybe it would have been fine. But nope, because of the time limit, it was no one finished in time. So he scaled it and whatnot, and after the scaling I got a B, so I'm B+ actually. So I'm happy about that. Because that was not that easy of a test by far. But yeah, I got a B+, and I'm so happy about that because I'm just, yeah. Yep. As I actually, you know what, I'm gonna do this. You probably heard that shaking. That was actually, I had bought some Reese's Pieces for myself after that today. Because we got it back today. So I'm buying some Reese's Pieces for myself after class. Which is also why I'm recording later than I normally am. Although I'll probably just start doing this normally. But, recording slightly later, but you know what? I have time. I don't have anything I have to do for like 2 hours. That's work, and work isn't bad. It's just like, oh hey, we need you to like clean some tables. We need you to like wash some dishes. Well, not wash some dishes, but be on the conveyor belt that cleans the dishes machine thing and blah blah blah. Because I work for a dining hall. So, yeah. It's not bad, it's just, it's pretty meh most of the time. Especially when I have to mop floors. Oh, the worst was like the other day, because I had to like mop the floor because there was spill, and that normally wouldn't be bad, except that it was like during the rush, and like, oh my god, the place is full of people eating, and on top of that, what was it, oh yeah, and the spill just happened to be in like the place right next to where everyone brings their sort of dishes when they're done so they can go to the dish room, and it happened like right there, so it's like, I gotta mop this floor, but then I have people, and it's like, I have to stop every 5 seconds, and be like, okay, you can, to let people walk by, and it's just tedious because of that. It's like, no, you can go. Don't worry. I'll get this mopped eventually. It just takes a lot longer than I normally would. Oh, that's Ujay. I thought that was Diek. God damn it! How do I mix those two up? Okay, actually no. This is a good segue to get back on track now. Good job, Ray. You got me back on track. But because Ujay is actually a pretty good unit, and I'm still debating if I'm going to use him because I'm using Diek, but he's definitely a good unit. In fact, he and Diek might be are pretty close in my opinion. So I'd say you can't go wrong with either one if you wanted to use them. So yeah, they're both really good units. Then we got Wendy and Barth. That's what I thought it was, but for whatever reason I was like, no, it can't be Barth. Stupid me. But yeah, Barth I've never really used. Like, I don't think he's a bad character, most likely. Because he probably isn't a bad character, but I just find Wendy to be, if I'm gonna use a general, I'm gonna use Wendy, because her speed with the defense and everything, she's just such a good balanced unit for a general in my opinion, and that's why I like using her over other generals, and especially in, like, I don't use generals all that much in later games, or even in some of the other games. This is one of the few times where this and think it was Sacred Stones, because Amelia, when you turn her into a general, she's broken because it's like, oh hey, I have great defense because I'm a general, but I also have amazing magic defense, so it's like nothing can damage me half the time. So she's just very broken in that aspect, which is why I use her. Like, yeah, she's tough to level up in the beginning, but Sacred Stones is also a bit easy because it's like, because you have like missions, you have a world map, and you can fight battles in between the levels. So it's like, oh hey, I can just keep doing this battle over until I get this person leveled up to where I want them to be. So it's so in that respect, that game is probably the easiest Fire Emblem in my opinion, just because of that. Essentially, it's because you can grind in the game, which you can't really do in any other Fire Emblem game. There's no real grinding aspect, other than you can fight all the enemies, or you can sometimes skip enemies. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna fight as many enemies as I can. This game is one of the few exceptions to that, because there are times when, later on we'll have essentially like a time limit to get the special, or the side mission, or the side chapter. In those cases, those might be one of the few times that I skip some enemies just because I want to finish it in the time limit. God damn it, Roy, do some damage. Okay, but, yeah. So that was Wendy, Barth, and them. So yeah, I'm actually going to use Wendy quite a lot in this chapter, as you'll see in a little bit, guys, but I have a special plan for it, and it'll involve speeding up the video as well, because quite frankly, I don't want to force you to stand there and watch it at the normal pace, because oh my god, it will take forever. It will literally take forever. So to save you guys that, I will definitely go out of my way to make sure I keep forgetting the words, but to make sure I speed it up for you guys so it's more tolerable, but at the same time you still get to see what I did. I probably also won't be talking at that point either, just because I'll just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna speed it up and put some music in the background. And so that'll be that. I'm kind of hoping that will be like the that could work. It could be the end of this part. I sort of just, even if it's a slightly shorter part, I just sort of finish with that, and then when we then when I actually have to like re-come back anyway, might as well just make it a new video. Most likely. That was actually my plan pretty much the whole time, but just might be more likely now. Because I'm looking at the time, even though I'm still completely concentrating on playing, don't worry. It's just I can peek over and be like, okay, we're at approximately that time while I'm talking and whatnot. It means I'm getting better at this, because yeah, reinforcements are starting to come. And that's part of the whole reason why. It can take a while, because these reinforcements are going to keep coming for like several terms, like the same reinforcements, pretty much, so it's a little monotonous. Lou, Burnham, yay. Move up Wendy. And where's Lance? Because I need to trade some stuff over. No. Trade the other way, okay. Yeah, why not? I mean, I'm not using Lance for a bit, so. And the most fun thing ever, heal the healer. That's how we keep the healers alive. Oh god. Please tell me I can do this. Oh, thank god. Ha, take that, game. So now I can actually do this and finish him off. Okay, good. We're not losing Sue right now. Hell no. Okay, now Chad, open the door. Send Ujay in here. As you'll see my plan in a little bit. But yeah, essentially I'm gonna move like almost the entire party in there. With a few minor exceptions. Yeah, we'll keep Alan down here. Trade. Why not? Why not? Just do that. Okay. And I don't think you normally have to worry about these guys going after Lilina. I don't think I've ever had them actually attack her at all, so they usually sort of walk by, and especially if you have her like where I have her, then definitely you're usually good. So Dorothy movement there. Okay, start my plan. Okay, move all these people in here, and also at the same time make sure that they're far enough away from the wall that it's not a big deal. So unlock, get the killer bow. God, I actually forgot what we're in some of these chests already. Late brand. Okay. Actually, Lou move. Cause yeah, I'll want to use him a tiny bit. For a few, I believe generals show up. So well, actually, I'm gonna bring more people down here than I expected. But oh well, it'll be fine. Please tell me. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to lure him out so I could take him out. And then we have to wait for these guys to move. Another reason why I'm going to speed up the video when I'm ready. Because these guys are going to take a while to move. So move Donnie back there. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's right. I still need a heal Sue. Well, we should be fine now. So, moving on and healing. And that's right, Duke. Hellfire. And what's in here? Night Crest. That promotes cavaliers or generals. So I need to relook up what the other one does. I know it does mercenaries, but I thought it was someone else too. Maybe it was swordsman. It could very well be swordsman. Anyway, let's go. And yeah, just look at how many reinforcements are showing up. It's pretty annoying. How many actually show up? And yeah, all my strategy isn't going to be much better for making it slower, but you know what? It's a great way for me to grind up Wendy a bit. If you can call anything in this game grinding. This would be the closest thing in my book. Do that, and then we should be able to take him out with the longbow. Yeah, okay, we're good. And I'll just heal up Blue. And okay, guys, this is likely going to be the part where I'm going to speed up the video, because essentially the whole next part for the majority of these enemies that show up are going to be them attacking here, focused on Wendy. I'll have Sue helping with the longbow a bit, why I like to use on longbow, and then I'll have the two healers to keep Wendy healed, and that's essentially what I'm going to do. So, and that will end the video for this video. So I guess I'll sign out technically, and have a good day, guys, and I'll see you in the next part. Bye.